It's been a year of huge growth for the Lloydminster Catholic School Division. Here's Lauren Pullen with Education Director Doug Robertson talking the expansion as well as other accomplishments the division has seen this past year.
It has been an exciting year of expansion for the Lloydminster Catholic School Division, and I am now joined with the Director of Education, Doug Robertson. First off, talk to me a bit about that expansion. It's huge.
Well, it's just a real reflection of our community of Lloydminster, and as our community grows, so does our enrollment. And we've had two incredibly large growth years in a row now. So it's been so exciting just to see the growth of the school division, the growth of each of our school communities over that time.
And what kind of growth are we looking at? What kind of numbers?
Approached last year close to 10%, this year just over 10%.
Wow.
So you're starting to see some rather significant growth patterns in our community.
Pretty substantial. And with those growth numbers, how has that affected your curriculum and schooling and dealing with that rise?
Well, thankfully, we've had a number of very important developments over the last few years that have really made a difference in terms of student learning. And even though we're having growth like that, it's so reassuring that everything we've been putting into place for teachers, for students, is continuing to build on proficiency of learning in our school division. We're so proud of our kids and what they're able to achieve. And that's against everything from provincial to international assessments. So it's very, very good to see in our community.
And let's talk a bit more about those achievement levels. I remember back in June we talked about graduation rates and how phenomenal they are. Oh, and
once again, I think we see that right from the kids that are coming in. The efforts we can make in our early childhood piece really do reflect then as a system our high school graduation rates or the high school achievement rates in those provincial exams. So we're really fortunate to have such a committed staff and kids who love learning.
And how have programs expansion like Kindergarten Plus and pre-kindergarten, how do those help out?
Well, those really are the very small blocks that we're putting into place year after year over about the last 3 to 4 years. So we really want to place a greater emphasis on that early childhood piece. So we've expanded our early childhood programming. We've also, in terms of our pre-K programming, then we've also increased the time for kindergarten students so they get additional time to where we can really help those that really need the help in terms of being ready for grade 1 to those that are already reading in kindergarten. So it's a remarkable difference in terms of the dynamics of that kindergarten classroom.
And we are only a couple months into this school year, but what has the reaction been from this programming?
Once again, it's so much fun to watch not only the students in terms of what they're able to do, but the excitement that it generates with the teachers, and then just the pride when mom is dropping the kids off at school, just to see the pride in their face too. So it's had a huge impact. This is, like I say, one little building block, but we really see this growing over time.
And another big success for the Catholic School Division is a new construction of Ecole St. Thomas, and it was the first actual Catholic school that we had here in Lloyd.
Yes, and so once again, when we're excited to move in, next summer will be moving day, next July to move into the new building for Ecole St. Thomas, and then we'll have more news to share, maybe a little bit later in terms of what's going to happen in the other building that Ecole St. Thomas is moving out of.
So what are some of the features, people who haven't possibly followed the construction, what's new, what's better about this new school?
Well, number one, space. Our French immersion program has grown just with second language development in Alberta in terms of the importance and families opting into second language programming. So Ecole St. Thomas is growing at a staggering rate year after year. So once again, space is a big consideration, but the building too will feature a different learning center, not a library in a traditional sense, but a different learning center that will allow students to work in different kinds of grade groupings and student groupings. So we're really looking forward just to seeing what a little bit more elbow space will mean in terms of when they move into that building next August.
And when is that official opening date for kids to be hitting the classroom?
Well, it'll be next August, what is it, the 24th next year or 25th next year is our first day back with staff, and then it's right after Labor Day when their first students will arrive into their new building. Boy, that'll be an exciting day.
It is very exciting, and all the kids are super excited when I've talked to them throughout the year as well.
Very much.
What do we have to look forward to into 2013?
Well, as we continue, we're putting the blocks in place to really build that early childhood piece. So we're going to be doing a great deal of work this spring, readying as our teachers are working very diligently to really piece together an effective learning program for the pre-kindergarten students up to grade 3. We really are committed to really putting a great deal of emphasis in our school division on that or that early childhood learning piece.
Great. Anything else you'd like to add?
Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you very much for joining me. That was Doug Robertson, the Director of Education for the Lloydminster Catholic School Division.
Well, it's the season to be jolly and full. With turkey dinners to endless amounts of dessert, those pants may be feeling a little tight. It's that time of year where people start thinking about New Year's resolutions, and always near the top of the list, the resolve to lose weight. Naramanisa has more on how you can keep the weight off well into the new year on our first installment of Healthy Living, a weekly feature that will take a look at some of the issues facing our health.
Last one. There you go. Nice, buddy.
Logan Ost's client is in the middle of an intense workout. Ost is a personal trainer at World Class Gym. While all is calm at the moment, it will be quite different once the holidays are over and people start thinking about their New Year's resolutions.
It is a busy time for us. We tend to get a lot of people coming in for about a month to 2 months, and then they sort of die out after a while.
Ost says motivation is key to keep your resolution going well past February. Now that's usually the point when people give up. There are a few things you can do to make sure your weight loss resolution keeps going strong well into the spring.
Get a partner, somebody to come in with you. That seems to work really well because you guys feed off each other and push each other. Or just get a trainer for a couple sessions to learn what you're doing.
Personal trainers may be expensive, but they are a good tool to have for those inexperienced with gym equipment.
We're here to provide motivation and show you the skills in order to get where you want to be. 3 left. Last one. There you go. Perfect.
Now in the end, Ost says it's up to the gym goer if they want to see results. Keeping up with workouts may be tough, but the end result will be well worth it.
If they do not want to live a healthier lifestyle, that is their choice. But in the end, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself and more confident in all aspects of life. So might as well just come in and do it.
Naramanisa, Newcap News.